We have had a full camp. There's been 24 students this time, and there was a waiting list to get into the camp. It's the fullest we've ever been. And as far as the different activities that we've done through the week, it's been an awful lot of robotics. So obviously we start off showing them the challenge for this year, and they will play this game throughout the entire year. The season usually begins in April, about mid-April, and ends in mid-April. So there's a whole year where they can design and build robots to compete on this field. So that's what they've been doing. It's like taking an entire robotics season and condensing it into a one-week period. They have cubes out there, and those cubes can be scored for different points depending on which goals they're put on. Each cube on one of the gray-colored goals around the perimeter of the field would be worth 2 points. The color of the cube that's on top matters because that's considered owning the goal. If they own the goal, that's worth an additional 1 point. They also have skyrise posts, the yellow posts that they can actually stack one on top of each other to build their own goal. And each skyrise is worth 4 points, and each cube on a skyrise is worth an additional 4 points. So it's been really cool to see how each one of them faces that challenge, how to design a robot from scratch. There are no building instructions for the mechanisms that you see running behind me.
I started, I think, in my 10th grade year, and my science teacher was getting a robotics team started, and I was like, cool, building stuff, because I've always been interested in how things work. And then that summer, I went to the robotics camp that Andrew hosted at BSU, and that's when I took off. I got really into the programming. I took over the building. I did all the building myself, and I was so into it. So when my senior year came, my teacher, Laura Reese, who's a camp counselor this year, she made me a head mechanic, and I built most of the robot myself. And I mentored some of the newer ones coming in. So my brother came in, and I told him how to build it, what parts to use, and what they did. And I've always been interested in manufacturing and how they stuff. And I'm more of I want to be part of manufacturers that in the U.S. we can build more and provide more jobs.